Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to help the channel grow and keep up to date with the latest videos. Hi and welcome to another video by me, FloJo. Today we're going to be looking at PVA and Teams. And we're going to be looking at an introduction to PVA and Teams, because PVA has been included in Teams now, and you can actually create bots directly in Microsoft Teams. So what do we need to actually get started then? Well, we need Microsoft Teams, and then we need the Power Virtual Agents application. And these two effectively work together to allow you to build bots directly in Teams. So let's start there. Let's start by actually installing the PVA application in Microsoft Teams. Okay, so we are on Microsoft Teams. If you haven't ever used applications on Microsoft Teams before, these three little dots here on the left hand side, if you click on that, you'll see an area where you can search to find an app, or you've got suggestions, or you've got recent apps that you've used. In here, if we just start typing Power Virtual Agents, then we can select the one that we want. So that's the Power Virtual Agents application. And if we just click Add, that will add PVA to our Teams. So what we're going to do next then is we're going to go into Teams and we're just going to create a team. And let's just call this Demo Bot. So we're creating a new team because this is where we're going to be building our bot application. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because each bot that you build needs to be associated to a team, and I don't want to use previous teams that are being used by other people. I just want a development team effectively. So I've got my demo bot here. Now if I click on these three dots, you can see that Power Virtual Agents has been installed, and if I click on that, it's going to open the PVA application. So if we click on chatbots, this is where all of your chatbots will be listed. And on the left hand side here, obviously there's nothing here at the moment, it will list all of the different teams and all of the chatbots that exist. But because this is a new environment, it doesn't have any chatbots installed. If you click on the new chatbot button, and once this loads, you can then select a team where you're going to be creating your chatbot. So let's just select Demo Bot, which we've just created, and click Continue. So now what's happening is in the background, PVA is creating your chatbot and associating it to your team, and then we're going to have a chatbot built on our team. Now this just takes a moment, so I'll just skip ahead. Okay, so now what's happened is I've got a little notification saying that my chatbot has been created, and it's now just loading the chatbot. You actually have to give a name to your bot. So let's just call this Demo. And you can obviously select your language. It has multiple different languages supported. And there are some in preview as well, but we're just going to use English US. So if I click create here, this is then going to finalize the creation of my bot. And now the bot has been created and it is just loading. So when you first get onto the PVA bot, what's going to happen is you're going to see your go-to topics, you're going to see all your general PVA stuff. However, if you've never used Power Virtual Agents before, this might look very complicated to you because there's a lot of stuff right here for you to get started with. Now, the best way of doing this is effectively clicking topics, because if you do go to topics, it's going to show you all of the pre-made topics that are there. Now, what are topics? If you highlight over this little I here, it will tell you what you can do, or what system topics are, etc. Now, a topic is effectively a isolated chat window. So let's say let's look at greeting. So in greeting, if you click on the actual name, it's going to load a little area that has on the left hand side the details about your topic, which the name is greeting. This is the default greeting when a chat begins, that's the description. And then you have trigger phrases. So if I type hello into the bot, this topic is going to be triggered because this phrase that I've put in is within the trigger phrases of the greeting topic. So how does this all then start? What actually gets triggered once this trigger phrase has gone on? Well, you see over on the top right hand side here, you've got go to authoring canvas. If you select that, you will then be within the design area of PVA, where you can actually make and design the paths that you, your customer, or your employees are going to be taking when they're interacting with these bots. Now, I've said hello, so you can see the tick here. Then it's passed a message back saying, hi, I'm a virtual agent. You can see the tick here. So you can actually test out your bot directly in this authoring canvas. And what's happened is it sent 3 messages. So when I say hello, it's sent 3 messages. Well, let's just edit that. Let's say insert a variable and use a display name. So all I've done is hi, and then I've put a user display name in. I'm a virtual agent. Let's just click save. So what's happening now is it's just saving a topic, just like anything on the Power Platform, flows, etc. Obviously you click save and it saves it. It's then cleared the bot because we've now loaded in the newly saved bot. And if I just type hello, what's going to happen is it's going to say, hi, Joe Unwin, I'm a virtual agent, because I've just taken the user display name, which is a pre-built variable in Power Virtual Agents. And you can see how easy it is to just customize the pre-built stuff. Now, you can do a lot of different things. Obviously, this is just an introduction, but you can do a lot of different variations on your bot, like call to action, allows you to call a Power Automate flow, and you can create it directly here within Teams. You can show a message, which we've just seen. You can actually go to another topic. Let's say you've got a question that you want to ask. Do you want to go to another topic? And we can then have multiple choice. So then let's say yes and another option of no. What happens here is if I was to select no, it will just display the messages, but if it does want to go to another topic, then we can just select go to another topic here, and then we can select one of the topics from the start, from where we was in the topic menu. So let's just say, let's just go to goodbye for a demo in this and press save. And as you can see here in this save as a response, you get a little variable which then provides a condition. If that condition is equal to no, oops, I should change that to yes. If that condition is equal to yes, then we're going to go to goodbye, because they're saying, do you want to go to another topic? Yes. Okay. Go into the condition. Is it equal to yes? Yes, it is. Go to goodbye. If it's not equal to yes, it's going to go to all other conditions. Now I can add another condition in here for no, or a different option for other, for example. But in this instance, if it's not equal to yes, all other conditions are going to go through and display the messages. So let's just go and type hello. Now before I see all of those messages, my question is going to pop up. Do you want to go to another topic? and I'm going to say yes. And it's just gone through and redirected to goodbye, and I've now got the thanks for chatting with me, bye. But I haven't seen what's going on in that topic. So if I click track between topics, let's just refresh this to start over and say hello, you can actually test through multiple different topics. So yes, I do want to go to another topic. What's going to happen then is it's going to load the other topic, the goodbye topic, and then you can see that it's then sent the final message. Okay, so that was quite a lot of information just on the general topic area. So on the going back to the topics, now your navigation is on the left hand side. If you just click on the topics button, you then get greeted with all your topics. You can create a new one, entirely your own design. So let's create one called Flow Joe. It would help if I spelled Flow Joe right. And then let's have a trigger phrase of Flow Joe, Flow Joe, can I speak with Flow Joe? And it's best to really add 5 to 10 different diverse phrases, and PVA will actually use the language monitoring system that it has to identify what it thinks you're trying to achieve. So let's just have talk to Flow Joe, add. Okay, so at this particular point I'm just going to untick the track between topics so I can just focus on this one, and then I'm going to go into authoring canvas. What that's going to do is it's going to save my topic because I've just created this one, and I'm going to start with a blank slate with the trigger phrases at the top. And if I trigger Flow Joe, I'm going to just say, hi, I'm Flow Joe, nice to meet you, and press save. So what's going to happen then is if I type Flow Joe, my trigger phrase, which is in here, is going to trigger, and this topic is now going to trigger and send the message that I have. So that's the general way you use PVA to easily trigger based on your users' input messages and phrases to effectively create a journey that your user is going to go through, and you can respond accordingly. Obviously you've got questions, conditions, all of that type of stuff that you can use, but this is just an introduction, so I don't want to go into too much depth, but that's just kind of like how you use topics. Then you've got this thing called entities. So entities are effectively a way for you to store, retrieve information, etc. Analytics are a way for you to see what's been going on in your bot. And once this is loaded, you'll be able to see all of the triggers, session outcomes, if they actually got to the end or they left between a conversation, etc. And then you've got publish. Now, publish allows you to effectively publish just like a Canvas app. You'll be publishing the changes that you've made and then effectively setting them live in your team's environment. Now, you have to publish before you share, because if you don't, you'll be sharing an older version. Then what you can do is you can do share the bot, and this will allow you to submit it for admin approval, or you can add it to Teams. So if you want to just use this bot within for yourself or within your teams, if you click on add to Teams, it's now going to say your bot is now available in the built by your section in Teams, which effectively allows everyone to use this. Okay, so if I come out of this and click on open the bot, it's going to say, okay, what do you want to do? You haven't actually got it installed yet. So I'm going to click add. And as you can see here on the left hand side, I've got my little demo bot. And ignore the GUID, that's, I believe that's an issue that is being fixed. But normally this would just have the demo name. And it says, do you want to go to another topic? Because that's what we changed our initial greeting to. And I'm going to say no. Just like we was testing in PVA, and then it says, hi, Joe Unwin, I'm a virtual agent. So what can I help you with today? So obviously we created our own topic. So if I write Flo Joe, hi, I'm Flo Joe, nice to meet you. And that's how you effectively create a PVA bot that can be used within Teams. And you're doing this all within the Teams environment. So what would I recommend? Firstly, I would recommend pinning both the bot and the PVA to your left-hand side. I would then recommend, when you're doing this, you right-click and do pop out app. What this will do is it will open the application in a separate environment, or a separate window to your Teams, so that you can still chat with people. Because if you've got Power Virtual Agents open here and you're working on your bot, let me just quickly open that and open the actual chat bot. Let's say we are working on a topic, we're creating something, and then someone messages us, and I click on chat here. When I go back to the Power Virtual Agents, it's going to reload. You do not have a saved state to jump back to. So if you've got your other window, you can still interact with your colleagues and talk with them while working on your PVA bot. However, if you do change to another tenant, so let's say I selected here and I went to another tenant, the window that I've just opened, including if I had it open here, that would all get closed and you would have your new environment. Let's say you go to a customer's environment, you're going to have everything closed. So it's just be careful if you've not been saving, because you can lose a lot of work doing that. So that's just something to keep in mind. And lastly, what we'll look at then for this introduction is just the manage section. So you've got a lot of different areas here, obviously, where you've got Microsoft Teams, channels, etc. We've got security, so you can set up who can access it, authenticate, etc. You've got skills that you can add. You've got the AI capability, so you've got several options there, but I'm not going to go into details of those. And then you've got the details section, so you can actually change your icon here to be whatever you want it to be, as well as this is where you would change the name. So let's change it to demo example, and press save, and that will change the bot up here. So that's pretty much it for the introduction. What we've seen today is how to install the Power Virtual Agents application, how to go through and create a new topic, interact with the actual topics that are created. We've had a brief look at entities. We've seen the analytics. We've seen actually how to publish the bot, as well as add it to Teams. And we've seen the differences between opening up the Power Virtual Agents application in its own window rather than doing it directly within Teams, because you're kind of restricted from chatting to anyone, especially if a chat message pops up and it's quite urgent and you press it, this will all be closed and you don't want that. So open it up in another window, just like this one, so that you can keep on working without the fear of losing your work. And just remember, hit save often. Do little work, save often. Work often, work often. Just keep saving. And then what we've also seen obviously is interacting with the bot directly in Teams. And lastly, what I'll touch upon then is, if this is all new to you and you've never touched PVA before and you're learning or you're thinking about adding it to your business, check out the lessons, because I showed you how to add messages, how to add questions, how you can call flows, etc. But these lessons are pre-built lessons to show you how to do basic stuff in PVA, i.e. like the end conversation. This is just a simple topic for lesson 1, and you've got lesson 2, which goes into more detail. And you can edit all of these. Obviously, when you edit them, they will remain edited if you hit save, so just keep that in mind. But this kind of shows you how you can go through different paths for your user. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching another video by me, Flo Joe. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button or select a video on your screen right now to continue learning more about the Power Platform.